Michael! Alright. Got my ice cream. Got my headphones. Let's watch some dog shit. Probably one of the worst Halloween movies ever made, and I haven't seen it just yet. Halloween Resurrection. Are you ready?
Are we allowed to do commentary throughout it?
I mean, I'll edit all this together. We won't live stream the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I hate myself, and it's 10 o'clock at night. We're gonna watch some Halloween Resurrection because we love you guys.
Cool.
Because we love you guys. Let's watch this. Let's watch this piece of shit so I can wake up at work at 6 a.m. Yeah, let's get some. I'm gonna need some sleep after this. All right, let's go. You know what? I heard this movie is absolutely
Busta Rhymes.
Busta. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Busta Rhymes is in this, dude.
I don't care about anyone else. Busta Rhymes though. Whoa.
Wait, is it Katie Sackhoff? She voices Bo-Katan. She's in this? Thing is, Dusty, there was a point around the early 2000s, other than Scream, where Hollywood just completely flipping lost their minds and went mental and just made movies like this and Jason X.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein. Oh no. Oh no. Man, she looks pissed. That was her being told she had to star in this movie. They just recorded it.
That was her being told she has to star in Halloween Ends.
Yeah, Jamie, you're being cast in Halloween Resurrection. They just recorded that. That was just her face. She cut his head off.
And the mask stayed on.
Why can they never get the mask right? Like, it's literally just a William Shatner mask, painted white, with the eye holes cut out. Why is it so difficult? They can never get it right. He's either got really slick back hair, or you can see his eyes. And occasionally he's for some reason blonde. There was an imposter, Michael Myers. How did he get the mask? Why was he dressed up as Michael Myers? It makes no sense.
How's Michael Myers still alive?
Why? At one point did he just
shitty writing.
did he just slip him a 20? Like, yo, let's just trade outfits real quick. This is so stupid.
We'll just both cheer when Busta Rhymes comes on.
Oh,
Oh, she spat him out.
she's escaping. Wait, what the hell?
She absolutely. No. How are they not like fucking expired?
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hey, that looks familiar. Just at a clothesline.
Oh, yeah, he just disappears. Okay, brilliant.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, this guy's
Ooh.
dead. This guy is definitely dead. They just lost their minds after Halloween 2. they just lost their minds. They didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Still can't believe we have 1 hour and 20 minutes of this.
Actually, please shoot me. Is there like 2 guards in this entire building? Because these are the only 2 that I've seen.
There's only one.
Michael's just changing his... Why is there slow motion on that? Did you see that? It just pans down and it just slows down like, oh, this is so suspenseful, we're gonna slow it down. It's the washing machine.
No, they slowed it down because the washing was done.
What? Why is Michael on the ceiling? Why is Michael on the ceiling? How did you not see him? How did you not see him?
The amount of upper arm strength that man has.
He was doing pull-ups. How did he not see that guy on the floor? How did he... The ceiling's not even that high. You would have seen Michael up there. You would have seen him up there. That's so stupid. Yeah, they're showing too much of Michael. They're showing too much of Michael. The whole point of how... I mean, the original, he was only in it for about 10 minutes.
Also, I just love how they played like the most generic suspense sound ever.
Yeah, why are they playing the Halloween theme tune in like every single scene so far? Look, it's... Michael's meant to be quiet.
Also, why are they playing this?
Wait,
Now?
hang on, did you see that? Hang on, I want to see if there's a better shot of that. Michael's got a full-on afro. Look at his hair. Look, he's had a makeover. Look, he looks polished. Look, he has an afro. Look. He looks like Mr. Popo. Look, his hair's fine again. His hair's completely fine.
And now it's back.
Now it's back. Why are we following so much of Michael? It's like Michael's the main character at this point.
Whoa, hello. Hang on. Since when did she have time to set up a Scooby-Doo track?
I don't actually know.
Also, number 1, how did she set that up? Number 2, why didn't he reach up and cut the rope? We know he has that upper arm strength when he was like pulling himself up.
He could have just grabbed it and just ripped it clean off. You see how strong Michael is? Look at him dangling there. Look at his eyebrows. He's like, this bitch.
You know, if you just gave Michael that clown mask that old mate had before, it would be much more terrifying.
Look at him just dangling there. How am I supposed to feel scared watching this?
Yeah, I told you he's got to grab it.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Oh my god.
No. Is Jamie Lee Curtis dead? Oh.
This is... What is this? This is shot like a fucking early 2000 music video. What?
Hey,
What?
kiss around what the fucking lips on a mask?
She just fell like 8 feet. Look, that's not even... She'd survive from that.
No, Finch. Remember, she got stabbed by Michael Myers.
That's not Michael, that's a fucking alien. Look at his face.
But why is he giving us a full-on like backstory to this man? Has he got the afro back?
He's got the afro back! Why is this all from Michael's the whole movie beforehand was Laurie getting revenge, and boom, this guy, she killed the wrong guy, and then Michael just comes in and she kisses him and like, what am I watching right now? Wait, are they just essentially retelling the original right now?
Are we gonna zoom in on Buster Rhymes?
Where is Buster Rhymes? I wanna see my man.
Tell me Buster Rhymes is behind that lady, behind that girl. I don't care about her. I wanna see Buster Rhymes.
You know, like in the original where Michael is just standing outside the school. Just she looks and just Buster Rhymes just standing there. Why do we need to see this? The last movie just ended with Michael getting his head cut off. Why do we need to see this? It is meant to be kids. They look like teachers. It's like watching the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Is that meant to be a kid? Is that meant to be a kid? That's meant to be a student. He looks like he's... Looks like he's about 35.
Played in his sister's bedroom.
What? This is like a mixture of scary movie and Halloween, isn't it? Really?
Also, scary movie and fucking hell.
And hell. It's Busta Rhymes! It's Busta Rhymes! What the fuck are you doing in this movie, dude? Is this MTV?
Busta Rhymes, what do you? Hey, it's Tyra Banks too, but let's all put our hands together for Busta Rhymes.
Just clap. We gotta clap, Jaden. Come on, we gotta clap with Busta Rhymes. Where is Michael?
Alright guys, is this section this movie?
I hope not. You think at this point, how do you feel would just stop Halloween from happening?
Like the actual like event, like the
Yeah, just stop it. Just shooting in kills. He killed like 50 people, and like the next Halloween afterwards, they were like, "Oh, watch out for Michael Myers." Like, are you serious? What was that? Surely people outside would be like, "Where did he go?"
Number one, surely people would see him. Number two, what the fuck is that kid wearing?
Oh wow, we said pussy. We're so edgy. Watch this movie. Isn't it so funny just seeing like 30 and 40-year-old actors just like playing kids? Or like just the outfits and the hair, it's just so funny. This is a music video. This is Oh yeah, let's have the camera go on her ass as she yeah. That camera literally just purposely went there. Is that Michael? Is that Michael?
What the fuck is going on? What?
Was Michael just part of the team now? Is he gonna stab him with a tripod?
Hang on. Who's the tripod?
I know. What's that? Wait, why has Michael got a camera attached to him? Excuse me? Yeah, man, you? Alright. Yeah, man, that's good for me. See you in the morning, dude. That was my dad. He's having a better time going to bed, which is what I probably should be doing. Michael just strolls in and stabs him with a tripod and no one bats an eye.
What the fuck?
That's strange. It smells fresh.
Michael moves into this house, first thing he does is restock the spices. That's the only...
Imagine Michael Myers. Shit, I left the fennel seeds.
That's such a the entire house is run down and the one thing that's intact is the fucking paprika. That's strange. What? Did you see that?
No.
Why was that treated as a jump scare? It was very clearly another, not Myers. Oh wow, a pram. Wait, a high chair, that's not a pram.
Did you say pram?
I thought, listen, okay. It's tired, I want to go to bed. What is this satanic shit? Why is it just cut to Myers? What? It just cuts to Myers showing, just letting the audience, oh, don't worry, he's on his way.
I'm gonna blow my brains out before this fucking movie finished. Thanks to those lawyers.
Why? Oh, God, yeah.
What the fuck? Cover your eyes,
It's
kid.
a slow reveal to some titties. Michael was like, y'all say titties.
Why is it in slow motion?
I don't know. I want everyone in this movie to die. I do. I want Michael to kill him.
Watch me.
Fuck, really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you serious? What is going? I can't see anything. What just happened? This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Why is the camera spazzing out every chance he get? Michael has a camera on him. He's live streaming this shit. Yes! Busta Rhymes!
Busta Rhymes is back, baby.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. Why is this? What is he's doing kung fu shit? Why is he just letting him have it?
Busta Rhymes.
No, Busta Rhymes, no, come on. Come on, Busta Rhymes. He's taking his sweet time to kill people. Slow motion. This is so 90s. This is oh. Oh, got him in the dick. Dude, this is the boss fight. This is the boss fight right here. Busta Rhymes, he always just has to say motherfucker after everything he says. It's just motherfucker. This is so shit. So you wanna be on Dangertainment, motherfucker? Yes! Go Busta Rhymes, kick his ass. Oh my god. He's actually holding his own against Michael Myers. Bravo. This is just slapstick at this point. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I bet Michael just gets hacked. Could you imagine if the movie just ended there? Can that be our canon ending to this? Can we just leave that? Can we just make it so Michael died?
I need to like download this movie. Make sure Busta Rhymes like looks and goes, says motherfucker, and then just cut it.
Looking a little crispy over there, Mikey. Like some chicken fried, motherfucker.
You know how when you called me and messaged me saying, "Oh yeah, Jay and you and I we're gonna watch a you know, a scary movie. We're gonna watch a Halloween movie for the special," and I was like, "Yeah, that's all right." Thinking to myself, you know, knowing Finn, he's gonna pick a good movie, like give us good scares, have a good story and stuff like that. No, you picked Halloween Resurrections. Why, man?
Robert?
Hey.
Hang on, wait a minute. What are you doing here? Well, I don't have a watch, but it's late.
Oh yeah, nothing much. What do you know about this phone?
Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Roughly translated, Book of the Dead. The book served as a passageway to the evil worlds beyond.
Jesus Christ, give me that. Give me the book.
Come on.
Do you even know what this is?
Fucking book, man.
Yeah, and Robert, that is a human face on the front of it.
Yeah.
This is the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. How much of this did you read?
I don't know, some of it, most of it.
Jeez, man, look at all of this stuff.
What?
Who even are these
I
people?
thought it was the author, to be honest.
It
with you.
probably was the
Actually,
authors. Oh, jeez, man, this isn't good.
Why? What's the problem, man?
Because
Come
these
on.
aren't. These are moon runes. This isn't from this.
Pretty drawings, man.
This is dimensional shit, man. We got to get rid of this thing.
Dude, it's fine, dude. I don't know why you've always got to be my phone. It's just a book. It's not that dangerous. I mean, look, just pictures of people, man. Like, you know.
You twat, what have you done?
Oh, I think we've got another good night.
I thought that was my camera I was at, you motherfucker. Okay, go. Go.
Look, mate. Oh my god.
Look, Stu, okay, go. Oh, sorry, okay. Why did you do that? Alright, you guys ready to talk about some Evil Dead?
Of
Let's
course.
do this. Oh my god, the other night where all of us just sat and watched the original, that was just so much fun. That was
Yeah.
So many goddamn facts that I spat out like back to back. You know all of them. Well, you probably don't
need
remember
A
any of
whole
them.
history book.
every
A
2
whole
seconds you were like,
history
okay, so about this shot and about this character. Oh my god, it was so fun just sitting you there, just talk about the movie. It was so much fun.
I don't know why. I just like to learn a lot of facts about just any movie that I'm obsessed with or
Oh, no, I
franchise more
enjoyed
like
it.
So I will always just remember just a random fact about the like so and so if I just am obsessed about it
Especially
enough.
about Evil Dead. Evil Dead is just our thing.
Mhm.
I mean, I recently got into the series, around what was it? Like close to March of this year or February, somewhere around that time period. I really got into the series, and I started on this movie, and I really loved it. Like at the time, I was like, "Is that really Bruce Campbell?" Because I remembered always seeing more of old Ash at the time. Because I got, like my first introduction to the series was Dead by Daylight, and that's where I saw Ash, and I was like more interested in the series, so I started out with the first movie, which
Mhm.
got me here.
It was back in 2019, my mate was like, yo, Finn, do you want to watch
Go
some
on.
Evil Dead? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. So I presumed it was about zombies. I literally had no idea what the hell Evil Dead was about. So I finished watching it and I was like, I didn't like it because I was like, you know what, it was too unoriginal. It was just demons in the woods in a cabin. And then years later, I was like, wait a second, that was the movie that kind of really started that. So I brought the trilogy on DVD and I watched the whole thing again and I was like, what was I thinking the first time watching this? This is literally this movie makes me want to go
Yeah.
into the woods with my mates, like you guys, and just get a camcorder and just film.
Oh god, I do not want to do that. I'm gonna get so scared. I'm gonna get so not in my woods. There's alligators.
The enemy is
everywhere,
gonna be
man.
food chops,
Swamps
not the
everywhere. You
Deadites.
wanna go to my woods?
Just like Sam Raimi was the enemy, not the Deadites.
This film had to go somewhere. If not, because
They
yeah, they live in that cabin
this
now.
movie is amazing. I really love it for like just what it is because it's the first thing that started out the franchise as a whole, and also just the whole cabin in the woods type of genre that it also like really heavily inspired. Have you ever like the cabin in the woods
Yeah.
movie? But that's
Is it
something
literally more
else,
as like a
you know?
direct parody of just Evil Dead and just the way Cabin in the Woods is shot?
Yes, sir.
You know what
Oh,
I think I
100%.
love the most about Evil Dead is just how creative
Hmm.
everything is.
It was so
Yeah.
creative for what it was,
I'll give you a
man.
great
I
example.
love
The
it.
opening shot of this movie is literally just a POV of just the demon swirling around, and it's literally the
Demon.
Deadite. I'm not a fan. God damn it.
Technically,
Sorry,
it's a
Kandarian
Kandarian demon. Yeah.
It's literally just Sam Raimi in the middle of a lake, just holding a camera, just swinging it around, acting like it's a
Oh yeah,
demon.
I remember hearing a technique about it. Like they put like a camera on a flat wood plank to get that technique to go. Like they would hold
Yeah.
it weirdly,
It's
you
just
know?
it's just that concept alone of just how you do a POV of a demon flying around. It's just you just grab a camera and just shake it and run around the woods a bit.
Yeah, and I think for I think for that shot alone too, where the camera in the beginning shot where like it's going through the river, the lake or river or whatever it is, I think they had the camera attached to Sam Raimi's arm and they were just in the boat, while, like he was just wiggling around, you know?
They did so many dangerous things on that
Mhm.
set.
Yeah, no, this was not a safe set. You search up just anything about the behind the scenes, and you will just see that the actors were frequently injured because it was just a very, like, what's the word?
Oh yeah, I think it was their first movie as well, and they were about
Yeah.
like what 20, 21.
Yeah, no, it was their very first full-length movie. There was even before this they made basically like a pilot version of this movie called Into the Woods that also starred Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi's friends. But the main thing worth mentioning is that it has the same basic premise, but one interesting detail is that Bruce Campbell's character actually does turn into a deadite or a zombie. I don't know what they were called in that movie, but it's a very interesting thing to look into because like it's just the before of this movie, like literally zero budget, nothing. Like in this movie, literally
Yeah, I mean,
barely has a
it was
budget.
in that original one, didn't they use that as like a concept to pitch to studios about how to?
Yeah, they used it as a concept, and they were hoping that it would also raise funding for this movie, but it didn't do much of that at all. They had to raise most of the funding for the Evil Dead by themselves.
And then they had Stephen King step in and have like a really freaking positive review at the end of filming, and then that kind of boosted
Oh yeah,
Sam Raimi's career when they were around like 20 or 21. It was insane.
yeah, they released the movie, and Stephen King really loved it, and he gave out his review on it, and that was what raised the popularity of this movie so much, especially like I think in the West too. Uh, and then when like slightly off topic thing worth mentioning is that when Stephen King heard that they were making a second Evil Dead movie, he was the one who provided the funding for it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad. That's my favorite Evil Dead movie by far.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's just like the stop motion. I could definitely see that as a kid doing that, but it's so professionalism in the Evil Dead 2.
It's like so batshit crazy by the like the ending is like yeah it like throws you out of left loop, but at the same time it's like yeah that makes sense considering how crazy this movie was.
Yeah, me and Galaxy were just squinting like the final bit with the stop motion, like you said, Galaxy is just everything. You can tell it's stop motion, but it looks so gross. Like everything is just so well done. Like
And
the
I think
bits.
I think that's the main reason why stop motion is a thing. It makes gross text things come to real life.
Yeah, what I was more impressed by was how that they some of like the editing on it like for the stop motion like they would somehow like really like mixed both stop motion and actual moving things together. Like whenever the Deadites are dying at the end of the movie because the Necronomicon's getting burned, like there's the scenes where like there's like bubbles and like goo coming out of the Deadites and whatnot, and you're like, how do they really do that? Like the way it is, because like they're mixing in both stop motion along with actual recordings of things.
It's just the
Mhm.
practical effects is just it is so great in this
Amazing.
movie.
It's so amazing how the practical effects of this movie have aged phenomenally. It really sets like the whole tone and the whole mood of all the movies. Like the practical effects can either be really goofy and fun, or they can range from really realistic and gross. It's
Oh
amazing.
God. Don't remind me. The final scene where where all the zombies start melting. That is where I almost shut off the TV. I first thought of Evil Dead, like the first one. I thought it was super boring. That's what I. I'm sorry, but I thought it was really
No,
boring. And,
I get
and
you.
after the second watch, I was like, you know what? I can see where they're coming from.
I was the exact same. I was the exact same. You know what? It's great sitting with you guys watching the movie like we did like a few weekends ago, and because all of us just sit there and we break down the shots. Like you brought up Galaxy. You know, there was the shot where they're getting the keys for the first time, and it's like the shots like above the cabin, and you know, and it's the way Sam Raimi puts the camera is what really does Evil Dead for me. Because if I approach this movie, I could never have thought of me putting the camera in the places that Sam Raimi did. You know, he picked up the floorboards and stuck the camera in there. And Dusty, talk us through how they actually did the basement. You know, because they never actually had
Yeah,
a basement.
they never had a cellar within the cabin. They had to dig up like a 3-foot hole down there because the cabin itself never had a cellar or anything. So they had to dig up, like they had to remove planks of wood and make their own fake little cellar door. And the actual scenes where they shot the cellar were in like a completely different location entirely. Like it's even obvious in certain shots where like, oh, Bruce Campbell's unibrow was missing in the cellar shots.
Oh my
Like once you
God.
mention it, it's like one of those things you can't unsee, you know?
The unibrow's great in this movie, and just the
That's first
haircuts
off.
as well, and the wigs. You could really
Yeah,
tell.
he
I
completely
love how in
changed
between
his
shots,
style.
Scotty got a haircut.
Oh God, I just remember the shoes. So the first time I started watching it,
You've
I
gone like on a
remembered
whole
the
rant
shoes.
about the shoes
I
before.
went through a whole. All right, number one, when he's entering, the floorboards down under, his shoes change, and then he went back up and his shoes change. And every movie, his shoes always change. They never have a constant shoe.
Maybe the demon possessed his shoes. That's my like
You
mental
know what?
canon.
That could be a good theory.
Little minor details that are like really noticeable. Like, you know, Linda's the necklace Ash got for Linda. Like that one was like a really cheap thing. Like I remembered hearing about how they wanted to how Sam Raimi wanted to include, like, it was a magnifying glass because he wanted to have, like, in the finale, Ash would burn the Necronomicon by using the magnifying glass because of, like, I think the sun or something. But like Bruce thought that was a dumb idea, so he talked him out of that. So now we're just left with this magnifying glass that just looks stupid as fuck.
I can already imagine it.
I remember Bruce behind the scenes said, "Sam, that is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen." And when they hold it up in like the movie,
I remember that.
you can still see all like the bits of silver on their hands when they're spray painted.
Yeah, because they had to get 2 different necklaces because like the wide shots, they had a different necklace that was actually silver, but at some point with like while recording they lost the necklace and they needed to get close-up shots of it, so they just got a different necklace that was like golden and they had to spray paint it silver. And you can even notice it in certain shots where like the paint brushes onto the actor's fingers.
It's just so funny. It's just so funny to think about all these different things. Like if I go back and like watch it, there's some really big technical issues. Like obviously you can look and you can tell so many different things are like practical or this shot's out of focus, but you can watch and just have so much fun watching Evil Dead because it is literally just a bunch of teenagers going out into the woods and just made a movie. I was laughing so much when what's
Ash getting thrown into the bookshelves.
yeah. There's so many times they were like, "Yep, that's bookshelf number 2. Yep, that's another bookshelf."
It's his ultimate weakness. It's not the
just
Deadites or
kryptonite,
the
bookshelves.
giant flesh-eating book. No, it's the IKEA furniture.
Sam Raimi just thought it was funny. Bruce
Yeah,
Campbell just
like,
throws himself into anything. He's so good.
he's
It's like
such a
the
good.
Three
He used to be
Stooges.
such a good physical actor. Because like you've seen some of his stunts before, right? Like even in the second movie, where when his hand gets possessed, you he like that. You know that flip where he like flips himself over.
How did he do that?
He actually did that. Like
What?
during his younger years, he was able to do like random stunts like that, and like when he got an award once, he actually did that live in front of a bunch of people.
Was he actually like in the
He's
second
thrown
one?
in a bookshelf.
In the second one, was he full like smashing plates into his head? It wouldn't surprise me if they weren't fake ones.
Yeah, it wasn't
He got
actual
with
plates.
the
It was
ladder on
like
his
I'm pretty
chin.
sure it wasn't like actual plates though. It was like more of just those things that are meant to be broken for movies and whatnot.
Yeah, candy glass.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they were doing that for the first Evil Dead, you know it would have been real plates. It would have been real plates.
Oh no.
They ran into a window at one point when oh, well, what's the name of Scotty's girlfriend in the movie? This is really
Shelley.
bad.
Who?
Shelley.
Shelley. Yeah, there was a
Shelley.
point where Shelley's like looking out the window, and I remember like the camera crew just ran at a window with like a giant stick and just crashed down like an actual window in front of the actress.
Oh yeah, when they break windows like that, they like have the camera like a stick attached to the camera, and like they just move the whole thing together. That way, the stick will break the glass of the window, and the camera will just like move forward because like the stick or whatever it was a plank, I think, would break the glass first, and then the camera could go in like second. You know.
Health and safety was. Where were they? Just so much
I mean,
shit
it
happened in
was
that
the
movie.
1960s and 70s.
There was this, and when they firing like real rounds on set, and didn't they like did Bruce hold like an actual
no.
live
Yeah. The gun they used
baseball?
was an actual real gun.
Oh, that was a bit where they were
It was a
shooting
very dangerous set.
they were
And they
shooting
barely missed the actresses, right? The gun.
oh yeah,
Repeat
he was shooting like near like one of like
Yeah.
Cheryl's stunt
Oh.
doubles or something.
He actually, in the scene where he fires the gun at like Cheryl, basically he did fire a real gun, but I'm pretty sure that the actor, like obviously like moved out of the way. Otherwise, that would have been way much more dangerous.
yeah. And Evil Dead would have been a completely different movie.
It's just the fact that you have to say, oh yeah, the actor had to move out of the way when they're shooting live rounds on set.
When their life was at risk, yeah.
I'm just saying is all.
You know what did make me laugh? It was Shelley, when she starts like attacking Scotty for the first time, and she's like going, just bleeding from the mouth. That combined with just Galaxy just hysterically laughing, which is the funniest thing I've heard in ages. It's just all of us who just watch that scene just laughing so much.
Wait, that reminds me. Remember how the bathroom had like yellow, like it was like yellow wallpaper that wasn't even attached to it?
It wasn't even it looked like paper. It looked like they put on just
It was just it was
wall.
Yeah, it was weird like paper that you would put on like a wall or something, but like they didn't tape it down or anything.
No. It was paper that you would use for a school project.
Right.
It literally probably was. It probably like they were like, oh, we ran out of money, and they went home to go get like some sort of
And I
like
got to a
science
sixth grader
project and just tore
The
it apart.
leftovers for their school project.
Okay, Dusty, you're like the big Evil Dead expert, right? How did they do the actual basement when they just put like a 4 and 5 foot hole in the ground? Like when they were in the actual basement, how did they do that?
Okay, so it was an illusion that they made. They would dig like it was like either a 3 foot 3 foot hole or a 5 foot hole up. I can't say it right for some reason. And they would just make it. It was an illusion. They would make it look like as if somebody was going down there, and even though it wasn't that deep, because they would just build the stairs, the cellar door, and then they would just pretend that like they're going down there, and then whenever the camera moves to go down the cellar, they would move the camera to a different location because like the actual cellar of the like the actual cellar where they shot the shots at with the basement it was in a completely different location.
Was it in like
It wasn't like underneath.
Wait, where was it?
I don't know where it was at, like at the actual location. I don't know where it was at, but it was a different location.
I mean, I'm so glad they didn't tell us. There'd be a bunch of fans just right there at it or in the basement.
It's unfortunate too, because like the original cabin. I forgot. How have I not mentioned this? The actual cabin that they shot of the first movie at was burned down and whatnot, and the only remains of it now is just the chimney and the ditch where they dug the cellar.
I'd definitely go there just to see that hole and just the bits of the chimney. Like I'd definitely just go there just to see that.
People, the chimney used to be a lot larger, but now it's like getting a lot like it's been slowly getting smaller because every single time somebody visits it, like they always for some reason always got to steal the fucking brick of the chimney.
Sam Raimi fired a gun near the actresses. He'll definitely go through some bear traps.
Didn't
No, it
Bruce
wasn't.
hold like a full on like live chainsaw next to like Linda's head?
Yeah, he did. That
Oh,
was a real
God.
chainsaw in the movie. And like he had to hold that goddamn chainsaw real tightly because like they could not. I don't think they could afford like to make like a prop chainsaw or something. So they had to get a real
Wait.
chainsaw.
They couldn't afford a.
I think they
Isn't
already
it
had a
styrofoam?
chainsaw. I don't know. It's just yes, the chainsaw on the set was a real chainsaw, and I remembered hearing about like Bruce said to Linda's actress that he's gonna hold her chainsaw as tight as he possibly can.
I mean,
Oh,
I've held a,
Like
I've
he
held a real
swore.
chainsaw. They're heavy. That shit's heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy. I've held one before too.
I mean,
I've never held one, and I'm
you can
glad.
see you can see
I
Ash
can't
in that
imagine
scene
having one attached to your
sweating.
arm.
You can see Ash in that
Mm.
scene sweating, like really biting his lip, really focused. I bet that wasn't him acting. He was actually trying not to kill his actual co-star. I bet that's what it was.
Who knows?
There has to have been a safe word. Had to have been a safe word. Groovy, groovy, groovy.
Okay. Let's talk about the actual practical effects for the Deadites because you can so
That was
tell that
amazing.
you can so tell that it's practical effects, but it just looks incredible. I think the one thing is probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie is where Deadite Cheryl, she starts floating for the first time. She's got those fake eyes, and she jabs the pencil straight into Linda's foot. And I squeal every time I see it because it looks so real.
When I first that
God.
was a genuinely impressive scene. When I first saw that, I did squeal so much. But now when I see it, I'm like, that's cool.
That's cool.
I
Yeah,
always squeal when I see it.
I think my that's
I've
my
seen the
favorite
movie so
part.
many times now. I think this is like my 5th time watching it.
I think it's my fifth as well. It's got to be on my fifth. I just love the way Scotty just his first instinct is to like not hold her down or just try and reason with it. Just nope, you go in the basement, just down there, bitch.
He's so
Straight
ignorant
down
that it
there.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, like I love that Scotty is our main man essentially, even though he's not really the main character or what's the
Dick.
word?
I love him.
Oh yeah, he's such a dick, but
He's a selfish
the
prick.
founding
Yeah.
father.
An animal. That's gotta be the
It's
stupidest.
Gotta be
shit
the
ever.
stupidest thing
Gotta be
I've
the
ever
most
heard.
stupidest thing I've ever heard.
She's your girlfriend. You take care of her. I'm getting out of here.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, you know what I do love that you brought up just when we were watching it? You know when Shelly died and like her body parts just all over the floor, which looks nasty.
Oh yeah, I know where this is going.
Yeah, go on, tell us how they did that.
They dug a hole. I believe they dug like a hole down there, like, and like that was actually like Shelly's actresses like controlling both her head and her hand, I believe. And then the other actors, not actors, the other people behind the scenes would like be controlling the other body parts. And I believe they also did that for Linda whenever she gets her head cut off on the
That's so
outside.
creative.
Dude, it's creative but also very dangerous.
That one Cheryl Forrest scene, which is just I don't know what Sam was
I'm surprised we
thinking.
haven't talked about that scene yet.
Oh, because I don't want to.
We
It's
were
very.
we were so vocal during that scene. I remember Galaxy screaming at the TV, going like, "Why are you going out in the middle of the night in your pajamas?"
Well, that's what even Scotty went out in the middle of the night with almost naked. This is it's just a reoccurrence. They just go out in the woods with no clothes on, expecting not to be raped. It makes no sense.
Even when she's running back, she has to run for a good 2 minutes just to get back. It's like, how far did you go,
We
bitch?
saw her get to the woods in under 1 minute, and she ran back too. How does that make any sense?
The fact that the entire scene is just so bright as well. It's like there's nothing lighting the scene whatsoever. Like it would
Actually, I really
Except the cabin.
there
cabin.
was a giant moon. I really love. Like this is something I gotta mention. The giant moon in the background looks so good. Yeah, at the same time, you're like it's kind of like distracting sometimes, you know.
It's getting closer. The moon was definitely just about to just crash
No, I
down
don't think
into
it was
Earth.
getting.
I think the
It's just gonna
cinematography in the movie was
smash with
amazing.
It's gonna
Like
smash
overall,
the
the scene
earth.
was shot well. but it,
Oh, for
it was
sure.
like a very questionable content.
It's a beautiful movie. Like even like the occasional shot where it's just out of focus, or like it's too bright for a certain scene. I can completely give this movie a pass for that, considering the low budget and just there was like no one really in the cast or crew. It was like a skeleton crew, really. It was a deadite crew. It was not
Pretty
a lot of
much.
people doing it.
And that's
It
how
was
he got
legit
the
deadite
idea
crew.
for the skeletons in Army of Darkness. I just wish there was more. What's the? I forgot the book name. How did I forget the book? The
Necronomicon.
Necronomicon
I
Ex
just wish
Mortis.
there was more stop motion for that, because in the second movie there was so much stop motion for it. It was so gross. I wish he'd done it more in the first one.
Oh, that's actually a random fun fact I just want to mention. The movie was like, I think it was the producers or a studio, I don't remember, but or the publishers, or it was Sam Raimi himself. No, wait, no. Okay, it was Sam Raimi himself that wanted to call the movie The Book of the Dead, but it was somebody else who came up with the name The Evil Dead, and
Think
both
about the
Sam Raimi and
producers.
Bruce. Yeah, like it was Sam Raimi and Bruce that thought, like, that name is stupid. It's never gonna stick.
That'd be the most stupid.
It's gotta be the stupidest
Gotta be the
thing I ever
stupidest
heard.
thing I heard.
Uh,
I don't know why that line's so quotable.
You know what I do love is I think one of my favorite sequences is when it's just Ash on its own, and all like
Yeah.
the little
The camera
the-
work goes crazy. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
think the camera work is so, like, it's so good to the point where, like, the camera is a character in of itself.
few shots is when Ash is holding a shotgun and the camera's in the floor, and when he runs his like his foot over it, and then it switches to like above the floorboards, and then as he's walking, it's slowly like following him. It's like, how did they do that? Did they just stick it in the floor?
Camera tricks.
Did they really just?
I don't know how they did that shot in particular, but what I want to know is how they did the shot where the camera is just in the top of the fucking cabin. Because like it's just
yeah.
going above the floor, like the support beams and whatnot, and like it's just above Bruce Campbell himself too. And I'm like, how'd they do that? It's
Sam Raimi put the camera in his mouth and started crawling.
All right, and action.
Oh,
Have you got any notes on this scene?
oh yeah, the sounds of the demon are actually like, you know, the sounds of the demon when like it's like in the POV, the camera's like one shot moving forward and like it's chasing like, you know, like Cheryl or something, or like Ash. That's I remember hearing about how that is it's just random sounds Sam Raimi made that are heavily edited.
That's so cool. Imagine watching that and be like, "All those sounds, yeah, that's me."
I wouldn't. That's so ballsy. That's so ballsy to do that.
Do you remember all like the shots in the basement where again it's just Ash, and all the blood's just coming out from literally everywhere? Like it takes like an entire.
That's got to be like my favorite shot, like when
it's all
when
coming
the
out of the
blood's
light
covered on.
bulb and everything.
Yeah, like when the blood's like covering Ash completely, and like the projector is like you know, like he's in front of the projector and like it's like making like it's bright, and then he can't see for a bit, and like he's like, what the hell is going on? And then the blood's starting to cover the projector, and like it's such a good shot. I love it. And then I was like, there's like a shot later where like he's just like going back upstairs, and then the what's it called? The he steps in a huge pile of like blood, and I'm like, why would you step in that? That's gonna ruin your shoes.
That's why he gets new ones. That's why he gets new ones.
Oh, shut up.
Watching this movie makes me. This movie is why I want to be a filmmaker. It's just the way Sam Raimi puts the camera. It's genuinely inspiring because again, it's just a small little cabin. And he's taking up floorboards. He's like breaking windows to get certain shots. He's like shooting live rounds. He's full on putting cameras in the ceiling. It's like he was around 21 or 22 when this happened, and that's my age.
He was a very reckless.
Oh yeah, he dropped out of college to make the movie as well.
What a gangster!
That God, I would not think about that. That is way too much. You give too much to a movie that you barely made. God, that I don't even know. That's
Hey, thanks to this one small little movie that was just a barely functioning budget, we have
yep,
the
that's my life.
amazing Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh, you know what? I don't know anymore now. You know, I'll take what I can get.
This movie has inspired countless filmmakers to just go out there in the woods and with their camera and their friends.
They might be all bad, but not all of them. No,
What are you eating?
chimichangas.
Oh, okay.
You gonna give me one?
Yeah.
You gonna give me one?
Yeah, here, man.
Ah, cheers.
It's frozen.
Yeah, why are you eating frozen ones?
Because they're cheaper.
I love how when it comes to the Evil Dead series, Ted Raimi is in every single iteration of it. He's in the first movie at the very beginning when I think it was the two hitchhikers. One of them Sam Raimi, the other is Ted Raimi. The second one, Ted Raimi plays Henrietta, and then in the Army of Darkness, Ted Raimi plays multiple different characters, ranging from just random people in around Castle Kandar to the the store guy that listening to Ash's story
And then
at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's his favorite thing to do. That's just his style. Become the character. He plays all the characters that nobody won't.
He's also in the the Spider-Man trilogy as well, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
And Sam Raimi, just what a filmmaker. Made all the Evil Dead movies. Made all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
We
But
gotta
yeah,
talk about how Bruce Campbell has just kept the same chin almost every single movie.
the chin.
That scar on his chin too, by the way, the one on to his what's it called? It's on the I think it's his right side of the chin, right? Or is it his left?
I don't know. I've never
Because he has an actual
analyzed Bruce
scar.
Campbell's chin, but go on.
I've never. Yeah, me neither. I've never really seen his.
Yeah,
chin.
he hasn't. If you watch any movie or anything that Bruce Campbell is in, he has he has an actual scar in his chin, and I thought that came from probably the production of the first Evil Dead, but apparently it actually came from when back then the swings back then were completely wooden, and he at one point hit his chin on the one of the wooden swings, and that gave him a very deep scar.
There's definitely some shots where when someone, I think it's Deadite Shell in the basement or something, when her hands coming from the floor, but he definitely gets some actual scratches on his face, from actual people grabbing at him. Bruce Campbell does. You can see in some shots he's got scratches all over his face.
I think that was just makeup.
Oh no! There was definitely some actual scratches.
Oh yeah, there's a scene where Ash is burying Linda outside, and he makes a whole cross and everything. And then when Linda's fully buried, and he's about to leave with the necklace, Linda gets she just comes out from the grave, and then she starts scratching at Ash's leg. And that was one of the shemps, where they had another stand-in actor do a shot because it was cheaper. And apparently the actress that actually did that shot, she broke her nails trying to get that shot in because she was so aggressive with it, because Sam Raimi was you gotta do it angrier.
More.
Yeah.
He's holding a whip like a torch.
And
More.
And I think it was Bruce Campbell that found out she broke her nails during that shot, because I think she was crying about it in later on, and then he was what's wrong? And then he saw her nails and was Ugh.
Oh my god! Get away from me!
Just crying, and Sam's just there holding a camera against the face. He's just we can use
More.
audio for later.
I can use no. You can be my deadite sound.
Imagine saying that.
Yeah, it's just
crying. You can be my deadite sound.
It's just one of those things where the actor I say it was that the movie is amazing, but it's just you got to remember it was a very not safe set because of how many how amateurish the set is, and you look at Sam Raimi's other movies and the only other person that ever gets injured in any of Sam Raimi's movies after that is just not I wouldn't say injured. It's just Bruce Campbell cameoing and like both Bruce and Sam Raimi always like shit on each other whenever they're making the movies. Like they shit talk on each other a lot. Yeah, I never mentioned it. So well, I did mention it to you guys before, but not so far in the recording. Those contacts that they wore and for the Deadites were not very safe at all either. You can only wear them for like 15 minutes at a time, and then your eyes would start getting like I think like sore or something.
I don't think I could ever wear them. I get panicky if you even get water in my eye.
Me too. I wear glasses for a living, but I cannot imagine wearing.
Same here. Have you ever thought about
contacts?
lasers?
Scare me.
You know what? I'd give Evil Dead a genuine 10 out of 10. Like, with all the inconsistencies that it has occasionally, this movie is so inspirational to me and just so many other people. Like, this movie makes me want to go out with a camera and just make a horror movie with you guys.
I really like doing numbered reviews, like say, oh, this deserves an 8 out of 10, because I think the best way to review a movie is by actually hearing two different opinions. One from a fan who genuinely enjoys it, and one from somebody who doesn't know much about the source material or what they're talking about, really.
It's really interesting hearing your take on it, because you know, like, all the behind the scenes and everything like that. Like, it's this is why I brought you on here, dude. You know your shit.
It's just whenever I have nothing else to do with my time, I just go and learn a lot of stuff about things I'm obsessed with, or currently am obsessed with.
Oh, dude, you should see me in Breaking Bad.
I had an obsession with
mental.
Plants vs. Zombies for a bit, man.
Oh my god, don't tell me the ins and outs of the Plants and Plants vs. Zombies.
I don't really. Okay, well, that's another thing for another day.
Yeah, this is thank you guys for coming on. This has been really fun. I love this movie. I love you guys. This has been great.
Yeah. I was just really scared.
You could possibly say it's been groovy.
Oh.
That was
Just
what that I'm gonna end right there. That's the last word that you'll hear of this video.